Good afternoon, my faithful viewers. Rowdy Retro Viewer here again. Back again with another awesome movie review. Today, I'm here to share my thoughts on Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, the very first Scooby-Doo direct-to-video film, and it is now 26 years old. I did watch this movie on VHS, and I'll explain the plot on the DVD.
Get ready for a far-out, fun and Scooby-Doo's brand new feature-length animated movie. Shaggy, Scooby, Fred, Velma, and Daphne reunite to solve the most frightful and funny mystery of their careers. Sorry about that. Maybe I should stop that. The Scream teams are headed to a haunted bayou island to investigate the ghost of Morgan Moonscore, the pirate. But it turns out to be a swashbuckling spirit isn't the only creepy character on the island. The sleuths also meet up with cat creatures and zombies, and it looks like for the first time in their lives, these ghouls might actually be real. So I guess the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers, Ghoul School, and Reluctant Werewolf are kind of like their own separate things, huh? Yeah, I won't worry about it. Just as things start to get really spooky, what else is new? Scooby and Shaggy save the day with a little help from a surprisingly spooky source. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is the most hilarious Scooby adventure of all time that dishes up equal portions of music, laughs, thrills, chills, and especially kills. Sorry, too dark. And yes, like I said earlier, minutes ago, this is the very first Scooby-Doo direct-to-video film in the franchise. I actually felt like rewatching this again because, not gonna lie, it's been who knows how long since I last saw this movie. But other than that, I really, really love this movie. It's kind of like Scooby-Doo. It's kind of like the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo meet the Boo Brothers, Ghoul School, and Reluctant Werewolf, but a bit more messed up and insane. As usual, the characters are still recognizable since, well, Scooby-Doo is still the most popular Hanna-Barbera character in the world. Right up there with Yogi Bear, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Johnny Quest, Huckleberry Hound, Top Cat, and Dastardly and Muttley, and Dino and the Blue Falcon. Man, it's kind of like watching an actual horror movie. You got B.J. Ward as Velma, Mary Kay Bergman as Daphne Blake. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Frank Welker still does a good job voicing Fred in this movie. Scott Ennis provides the voice of Scooby-Doo, and Billy West actually voiced Shaggy in this movie. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Billy West did a terrible job voicing Shaggy. He tried his best, which I'm not complaining. Billy West, if you're watching this, I know you did your best to voice Shaggy in this movie, but in my opinion, it just seemed a little bit off. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm just stating facts, but it just seemed a little bit off. Now, to be fair, Scott Ennis did voice Shaggy in the second film, The Witch, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, which is probably a better casting choice in my opinion. Since he did already voice Scooby-Doo in this one. But anyways, the villains are phenomenal. Like, absolutely incredible. Man, I'm not... I mean, don't get me wrong, the other villains that Mystery Inc. has faced before and after this movie are pretty cool. Like the Creeper, Tor Monster, Black Knight Ghost, Mr. Hyde, various zombies, mummies, snow monsters, like the Abominable Snowman, a couple of space aliens and whatnot. But the zombies and cat creatures in this movie are pretty much... Sorry about all the coughing. What I was trying to say is that the zombies and cat creatures are pretty much well-designed villains, and they do have a very important role in this movie. I'm probably not gonna spoil anything from this movie because I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of you do know about this movie. But if you have seen this movie, I'm sure it must have been a very long time since you guys have seen this movie. Which I totally understand. I mean, I had to rewatch this movie again for the first time since forever, I guess. And that was even before I started a YouTube channel. But anyways, I still really had a good time watching this movie. It's kind of like the perfect time film to... It's like one of those movies that you could watch on Halloween. I mean, I know you guys are already saying that's not Halloween, and that we have to wait 2.5 more months for it to happen. Yeah, I know that we got 2.5 more months until Halloween, but hey, I have my rights to watch a random horror movie, and I'm sure you guys have your rights too. Another thing I really like is how this film is actually dedicated to Don Messick, who you might know, and I'm sure you guys know who Don Messick is, but just in case you haven't, and this is just me going off topic, but Don Messick is a talented voiceover actor who did many voiceover work for several Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like Papa Smurf on, well, The Smurfs, Muttley from Wacky Races, and Dastardly and Melly and the Flying Machines, Bam Bam and Hoppy from the Flintstones, Sebastian the Cat from Josie and the Pussycats, Multi-Man from Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, Mumbly from, well, the Mumbly cartoon show and Laugh Olympics, Boo Boo Bear and Ranger Smith from Yogi Bear, Astro from the Jetsons, and probably his most iconic character ever, Scooby-Doo! Yeah, I know that he must have had, like, lung cancer back in 1997, while the film was still in production. So I'm glad that the filmmakers decided to dedicate this film to Don Messick. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Scott Ennis, Neil Fanning, and Frank Welker providing their own take on Scooby-Doo. Because they did try their best, but Don Messick will always be remembered. And I'm sorry for getting off topic here and how it has nothing to do... I know it has nothing to do with Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, but hey, I just thought I'd bring that up. So I'm not gonna spoil a lot from this movie, because, like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen this, and it's good to relive it again. I will admit, this Moonscar Island is a pretty unique location. I mean, if it was like an actual real-life place in somewhere in the Louisiana swamps, in New Orleans swamps, it would have been like a cool location to film like an actual real life horror movie, you know? And yes, I know that you guys are probably gonna tell me that I am aware about Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie. Jeez. I'm very sorry about all the coughing here. Okay, what I was trying to say is that I am aware about Scooby-Doo on Return to Zombie Island, which is like a sequel to this movie. And I know that it's probably not like a good movie, which I know I would make an argument about that, but I guess you guys technically have a point. Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island is probably not a great movie, and it's probably even, some might say it's worse than the Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost. Which I will admit, those are two other movies that I haven't seen in a long time either. But hey, sometimes trying to make a movie, a good movie, or a TV show, can be a little bit hard to pull off. And I'm sure there might have been like a few Scooby-Doo related shows and movies that might not have been 100% perfect. Like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, Be Cool Scooby-Doo, HBO Max's Velma, and the aforementioned Scooby-Doo and the Curse of the 13th Ghost, and Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island. Which you guys do make fair points. But besides that, I will always remember Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island as a fantastic movie. And imagine if this was like a theatrical movie instead of a direct-to-video film. I mean, that probably would have been a little bit cool, to be honest. But hey, maybe we live in an alternate timeline or a parallel universe where Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island did become like a theatrical film. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree with me. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. And if you ever plan on visiting Moonscar Island, just be very careful. I mean, I know I would have to be very careful for a Scooby snack. Yummy. Stay awesome, and make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe.